Fortnite's storyline is packed with so many twists and hidden quests that it's easy to miss the deeper stories happening behind the scenes. We're kicking things off with Midas, who's been trapped in the depths of the underworld. After years in confinement, he's finally ready to make his escape, and with his old crew rallying to rescue him, things are about to get intense. Midas, one of Fortnite's most enigmatic characters, is not only known for his golden touch, but also his relentless ambition. In this hidden storyline, Midas finds himself imprisoned in the underworld, held captive by Hades. His allies from Chapter 2, who have been separated for 4 years, band together under Marigold's leadership to rescue him. As Midas waits, he carefully plots his escape, biding his time until 2 guards enter his cell. In a swift move, he transforms them into solid gold and melts his chains to break free. However, all is not well within the reunited group. Midas begins to suspect that a traitor might be among his closest allies. Initially, suspicion falls on Brutus, who had taken command during Midas's absence. Midas finds recording devices hidden on the yacht and notices piles of missing money, deepening his doubts. But after some investigation, Midas discovers that Brutus is innocent. He was not only loyal, but also one of the group's most dependable members. With trust restored, Midas and his crew reclaim the yacht and set off toward new adventures, leaving behind the chaos of the underworld. 2. Peely's blissful rescue and his driving journey. The whimsical Peely plays a central role in several hidden narratives. One such story begins with Peely being kidnapped by a mysterious organization known as the Society. The group holds him hostage, demanding information about the legendary Pandora's box. However, in true Peely fashion, he is blissfully unaware of the danger. He spends his captivity having fun, making new friends, and even celebrating with champagne, all while his best friend Agent Jones is on a mission to rescue him. Another storyline follows Peely's hilarious attempt to learn how to drive. With players helping him complete various driving lessons, the story takes a chaotic turn as Peely crashes an ice cream truck, a bus, and finally decides to commandeer a large truck. What seemed like a silly side quest becomes unexpectedly significant when Peely's newfound driving skills save the day during the Collision Live event. Third High Stakes Club versus Starfang the Vampire. The High Stakes Club, a group of high school students with a knack for vampire hunting, adds a darker twist to Fortnite's hidden stories. While they spend their time enjoying music and hunting vampires for fun, their story takes a dramatic turn when they meet their idol, Starfang, a vampire disguised as a famous singer. Starfang invites the teens to a concert only to reveal her monstrous side. Traumatically shaken, the group questions whether they can continue hunting vampires. Just as they are about to give up, they meet Victoria San, a veteran hunter who becomes their mentor. With her guidance, they train, rebuild their confidence, and develop new weapons, including shotguns loaded with wooden stakes. In a climactic showdown, the High Stakes Club confronts Starfang and manage to defeat her, bringing an end to her reign of terror. The rise and fall of the Coral Buddies. Coral Buddies' story is a hidden gem within Fortnite, spanning multiple seasons. Players help them evolve from a primitive tribe living on the beach to a spacefaring civilization. The journey begins when players provide wood to help the Buddies advance into the Stone Age. As the weeks go by, the Coral Buddies build a city, monuments, and even launch a space program. However, tragedy strikes when the Buddies conduct a nuclear test. Though the test appears successful at first, the aftermath wipes out their city, and survivors are mutated into cyborgs. Despite their hardships, the Buddies persist and resurface in later seasons, hiding in a cave in Chapter 5. 5. Amy's mission to rescue the scientist. Amy, an AI assistant created by the scientist, embarks on a dangerous journey to save her creator after he is consumed by the chrome. During her mission, Amy builds a robotic body using parts from AIM, a robot introduced in Chapter 1. With her new body, Amy enters a rift gate, hoping to rescue the scientist. This story arc is still ongoing, leaving players wondering whether Amy will succeed or fall victim to the chrome's corrupting influence. 6. No Sweat Insurance's role in the shadow. No Sweat Insurance plays a surprisingly important role in Fortnite's world. This insurance company offers coverage for homes and businesses against natural disasters and live events. However, they often prioritize avoiding payouts, even if it means building floating platforms to protect insured homes during the Chrome season. One of the most memorable storylines tied to No Sweat Insurance involves a cursed building in Tilted Towers. This structure is destroyed multiple times by meteors, earthquakes, and even even Kevin the Cube. Each time it is rebuilt, it is quickly destroyed again. Eventually, no sweat insurance takes over the building, and when the entire city is reduced to rubble, this structure is the only one left standing, marking the end of its curse. 7. The Gnomes vs. Teddy Bears War Fortnite features a long-running conflict between two unlikely factions, the Gnomes and the Teddy Bears. This whimsical war is filled with battles, peace treaties, and betrayals. At one point, an evil gnome scientist creates a super slurp juice, which backfires, turning him into a cyborg villain. Players must intervene to disarm his traps and prevent him from polluting the world. After his defeat, the cyborg villain receives a memorial in Slurpy Swamp commemorating his failed ambitions. 8. Willow's haunting backstory. Willow, a ghostly bride trapped in a doll, is one of Fortnite's more eerie characters. Her presence was hinted at for years, starting with a photograph of a bride on a grave in Chapter 1. It wasn't until later Fortnite Mayor's events that her full story was revealed. Willow is revealed to be a vengeful spirit, driven by unfinished business, and forever bound to her favorite doll. 9. The Peely Time Travel Incident. In a humorous twist during Chapter 1, Agent Jones attempts to transport a time machine to a live event, only for the vehicle to slip on a banana peel left by Peely. The time machine crashes into Loot Lake, forcing Jones to camp overnight and salvage what he can. 10. The Ferris Bueller car reference. On the beachfront property of Fancy View, Fortnite introduces a subtle nod to the classic 1986 film Ferris Bueller's Day Off. The storyline kicks off with a pristine sports car proudly parked in the mansion's driveway, overlooking the ocean. Over time, players discover that the car has been driven off a cliff, recreating a famous scene from the movie where a Ferrari flies off the edge of a house. Initially, it seems like just a humorous reference, but as the weeks progress, the story evolves. After the crash, a crane appears, attempting to lift the totaled car from the bottom of the cliff. Unfortunately, the crane falls, sending the wreckage tumbling down even further. The solution: another larger crane is brought in to recover the first one. But in a comical twist, this second crane also fails, resulting in an even bigger crash site. This escalating disaster unfolds across multiple seasons, with each attempt to salvage the wreck ending in yet another hilarious failure. This ongoing reference emphasizes Fortnite's playful side, blending pop culture with in-game storytelling in a way that keeps players amused over several months. 11. Thunder's Sushi Restaurant Expansion, a culinary success story. Thunder, a dragon-like humanoid character, becomes the focus of a more lighthearted side story revolving around his passion for food. Introduced in Chapter 4, Thunder opens a sushi restaurant that quickly gains popularity. The restaurant's vibrant atmosphere and unique menu items draw in various Fortnite characters, making it a social hub. Thunder's success extends beyond his initial location, with players discovering that he opens 2 additional branches on the Chapter 5 map. Each of these new restaurants reflects Thunder's passion and flair, showcasing that even in a battle royale world, there is room for entrepreneurial spirit. Thunder's character also resonates with players through his personal theme song, which adds an extra layer of charm to his story. His journey from a humble sushi chef to a franchise owner reflects Fortnite's knack for injecting personality and humor into unexpected places, ensuring that even seemingly minor characters leave a lasting impression on the community. 12. The Threat of Chrome and the Seven's disappearance. During the Chrome season, the once heroic group known as the Seven falls victim to a strange, all-consuming metallic substance spreading across the island. The Chrome corrupts everything it touches, turning living beings and structures into shiny liquid metal. As the Seven try to fight off the encroaching threat, several of its members disappear mysteriously, leaving their fates uncertain. This storyline deepens the intrigue surrounding the Chrome, suggesting that it has powers beyond mere destruction, possibly even reprogramming those it consumes. Amy, the AI assistant, takes it upon herself to rescue the scientist, one of the Seven. This subplot ties into Amy's personal development arc as she builds a physical body and ventures through a rift gate to find her creator. The mystery of the Seven's disappearance remains unresolved, leaving players eagerly anticipating future developments. This arc exemplifies Fortnite's ability to weave ongoing narratives that span multiple seasons, creating a sense of anticipation and continuity. 13. The Frog Statues, from decoration to wedding bells. Throughout Fortnite's history, small frog statues have appeared sporadically across the map, often overlooked as simple decorations. However, in Chapter 5, these statues take on a surprising new role, becoming the focus of an unexpected mini-storyline. Players who explore the map closely discover that the frog statues have moved from their usual locations to a secluded area known as Lovely Lodge. Here, the frogs appear to be participating in a wedding ceremony surrounded by decorations and miniature altars. This quirky story is a perfect example of how Fortnite hides charming Easter eggs within its world, rewarding observant players. The sudden transformation of the frogs from mere ornaments to central characters in a secret ceremony adds to the game's whimsical charm. This storyline invites players to imagine the backstory of these statues, sparking community speculation and discussion. The return of Fortnite's OG map in Chapter 4 brought back more than just old locations. It reintroduced a wealth of nostalgia-laden stories and Easter eggs for longtime players. From familiar landmarks like tilted towers to iconic items such as the Chug Jug, the reappearance of these elements sparked waves of excitement. However, Epic Games took things a step further by hiding side quests and references within these revived locations, giving players an opportunity to relive and expand upon their favorite moments from Fortnite's early days. Among these nostalgic nods is the time machine plot involving Peely, where a banana peel causes a catastrophic accident, humorously derailing Agent Jones's mission. Other Easter eggs include callbacks to long-forgotten characters, events, and even live events, making the OG map feel like a living museum of Fortnite's history. This reintroduction of the classic map not only celebrates Fortnite's evolution, but also provides a playground for storytelling where new and old players alike can uncover hidden lore from the game's rich past. 15th, side quests and hidden lore, Fortnite's secret sauce. Fortnite's ability to blend side quests with hidden lore is one of its most distinctive features, setting it apart from other Battle Royale games. Many of the game's best narratives are tucked away in seemingly trivial tasks, challenges, and Easter eggs that players might never notice without careful exploration. These hidden stories often run parallel to the main seasonal events, creating a layered narrative experience that invites players to dig deeper into the game world. One of the best examples of hidden lore is the rivalry between the gnomes and teddy bears, which has unfolded over several seasons. This whimsical war, filled with betrayals, battles, and peace treaties, demonstrates how even the most lighthearted elements of the game contribute to its overall narrative depth. Similarly, the Chrome storyline, the rise and fall of the Coral Buddies, and the introduction of Amy's quest to save the scientist showcase the range of stories Epic Games has embedded into Fortnite, from humorous to heartfelt to thrilling. What makes these side stories particularly engaging is that they often connect to live events, cosmetics, and even loading screens, encouraging players to pay attention to every detail. For example, Peely's driving lessons initially seemed like a fun diversion, but ultimately became pivotal during the Collision Live event, where Peely's driving skills saved the day. This blend of humor, mystery, and continuity ensures that Fortnite's world feels alive and ever evolving, keeping players invested in both the gameplay and the stories hidden within it.